Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rob, this is the Hobby Desk, and today we're taking a look at something really cool. Today we're taking a look at the event exclusive, or one of the event exclusive sprues from Warlord Games for KONFLIKT'47. It's the Firefly sprue. Now you might have seen pictures of this online because a few people have done some pretty good paint jobs of them. Now I got my sprue at World Warcom. I accosted Dave from Warlord when he had arrived and he'd set up. Went straight over. Hi Dave. Hope you got here safe, good journey, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, down to business. Have you got any of those sprues? And unfortunately, he was like, no, we haven't, mate. We've packed them all for Games Expo or whatever it is. So it's, no problem, mate. Have a good day and all that. And I'll be there throughout the day to have a chat and what have you. Now, as we got to the end of World Warcom, I got one of our volunteers came over to me. He said, "Oh, Rob," he said, Dave from Warlord said he's got something for you. I was, "Oh, right, yeah, cool." So I went over, said, "Hi, mate, yeah." Everyone's packing up and everything for us. So I've been sent over to you and said, "Oh, yeah," he said, so I found one of them sprues. I was like, "Oh, yes." I was like, "Thank you very much, mate." So that made my event. A really good day doing walk on and everything, but no, this sprue made my event. So I'm very, very excited to get it together. So yeah, it's a push fit sprue. And yeah, it's Warlord's first push fit sprue. There's this and there's a Style Trooper one. I'll put a picture up if I can find a picture of one. And yeah, this was definitely the cooler of the two. So yeah, it's their first push fit one. And from chatting with Dave, he said he believes that they're more designed to like some magazines. Obviously, it's an event exclusive thing. At the moment, it was given away at Salute. I think it was if you demoed KONFLIKT'47 over at the Warlord stand. So yeah, so I'm very, very, very thankful to get one. So thanks, Dave. Really appreciate it. And yeah, what we're going to do, guys, we're going to get it built. We're going to have a look and see how good this push fit is. And yeah, so I'm going to pause the video. We're going to come back to the build. And yeah, this is the sprue, and I'm very, very excited. So let's get to it. Right, guys, so we're going to crack on. We're going to build it. Let's get them put together. I had to cut there because I was running out of space on my phone to do my recording. Right, so I don't have any instructions for this, so we're just going to start with the basics. Let's get the base done, base off. I probably we're getting some new snips. Actually, these ones have been abused lately. Used so much. Using them an awful lot. Right. Excuse my clipping techniques here, guys. Quite excited to see this all together, actually, and have it in my hand. And I will, of course, do some cleanup on it. That's the fire piece there, which is going to go and get attached to this one. Sorry, guys, I'm just wandering off camera here, aren't I? Yeah, like I said, I'm very, very excited to get this built. Really intrigued to see how well it goes together, actually. With these being like Warlord's first push fit models, but they're following a bit of the old Games Workshop example, maybe. We're trying to make things just that little bit more accessible. If they could do like a starter box that was just push fit models, maybe it would might go down quite well. But especially with people who aren't familiar with the hobby. So how grippy is that? That's quite grippy, actually. I'm going to stick it together with glue, personally, and look at these mold lines. So we need to look at getting rid of some of these, don't we? Apologies for any shaking, by the way. My camera is mounted on my desk, so all this mold line removal is there underneath. Not too worried about them, but we will do our best. I'm trying to never remove mold lines before. Let's take your knife, side of your knife. It's not even focusing for me, is it? I don't know why we're set in the center there. Look, there we go. The side of your knife and just run it along those mold lines. That's all I do. Nice little brief one. I'm not 100% precious about things being perfect, if I'm being honest. Some people like to file them down, stuff like this. That's absolutely fine. That's their prerogative. But for me, I'm literally just interested in getting them a bit tidier. Nice to not have a seam running down me, smoke and me fire. But alas. Right, so got that. I like to tidy the bases up as well. Let's just nip off the... Again, doesn't want to focus for me, does it? So it'll focus on the important bits, eh? The bits that go wrong, or it'll just completely miss out all the actual build, and I've been building it all over here. I'm like, oh guys, look at this, how cool this is, look how well this goes together. But yeah, so that's the flamethrower piece. Is that focusing for me? It's not, is it? Come on, focus, you sausage. Is it gonna... Yeah, that's the flamethrower piece. The body snipped off. So there's quite a few mold lines on it, but not too worried about that. The plastic as well, it feels like I'd say it feels like a much harder plastic, much firmer plastic than the usual bolt action kits, which isn't a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. It's alright, actually. You know, if these are a bit of a test thing, what Warlord's thinking about doing, then good on them. You know, their plastics are going from strength to strength. I've been very impressed with them. I've got a German veteran kit there to go through as well. Apologies for any noise you hear in the background there. My puppy is currently dreaming. And she's I think she's chasing rabbits in her sleep. She's a working cocker. I'll put a picture up on the screen of her. She's lovely. We got her last year. She's come up to 1 year old now, and yeah, her name's Pippa. She's lovely. She's she bothers our older dog a bit, Rolo. You might have seen him on the channel before, but no, she's keeping him young. She's keeping him young. And my children like her as well. The youngest just follows around the garden constantly, which is quite nice. It's quite nice to see. So yeah, everyone should grow up with a dog. Unless you don't like dogs, then we'll unsubscribe from the channel, please. No, please don't. We want to stay over 1,000. Whilst I'm on that, guys, you know, if anyone is like, you know, does like the channel, it's like what we do here, you know, drop a like, drop a follow, subscribe. And we're also on Instagram and Facebook. Facebook following's a bit small. I don't really... That's sort of linked to Instagram, I think. The posts we do on Instagram go over on the Facebook page. Yeah, so... But yeah, if you're interested in my little hobby ramblings in this little cupboard under the stairs, then please, you know, please follow along. Give us a sub. And stay abreast of the situation. Because occasionally we have interesting stuff like this. And on other occasions, we just have the usual, this is what I bought this week. Although, to be fair, I've been very good like that. I haven't bought much. I've sort of accepted that I've got an absolute mountain of stuff to get through, especially when it comes to KONFLIKT'47 and yeah, my Dead Man's Hand stuff. But yeah, so that's that. Snip all these bits off and get them cleaned up, and we'll start getting this thing glued together, shall we? A little nub that goes in his arm there. Right, so we're going to have a real look at how this thing goes together, I think. And I'm waffling on here, but I might not even put this waffle in the video. I might just speed this bit up, a bit of a time lapse type thing. Because why the hell not? So that's a nub on there. Quite happy with how that one's turned out. So our Firefly jetpack, jump pack, or jetpack is it? Rift pack, if anything. Not built any Fireflies yet, actually. This is my first Firefly. I've been focused on the Axis stuff. You're alright. You, in terms of mold lines, right down the middle of your head. Just tidy that up a bit. Again, I might go back over this once I've got them together. Do a bit of sanding. A bit of filing down on some bits that aren't as tidy as I'd have liked them to be. That's the body piece. What was that looking? That actually looks okay. There's some of these little nubs off here. And so I've just realised as I'm doing this, This knife blade is covered in super glue. When we put the Enterman together, the Erterman, yeah, he was a challenge, wasn't he? Sure, you'll see that in the video. Right, leg. Those bits off there, on that blade down his foot. So just like that. So let's have a look. We're going to use glue-wise Tamiya extra thin cement because that is the best. Now let's have a look how he goes together. Then we're going to get the. Let's just push in there like that. Yes, it does. All right. Looks right. Cool. Yeah, quite happy with that. Yep, there's some glue on him. Snips over there. I'm also working against the clock here because I haven't got long left on me recording. So I'm trying to get them together, get it all in. Not botching it too much. Oh, one leg. Now, the arm fits in this little gap here, I believe. Just get those bits out of there. So I think we need to get the arm. How does that go? Does that go like that? So that goes on there. The arm goes in here somewhere. Oh, okay, yeah. So the arm just sits in like that. That's quite cool. This is going together quite well, actually. I'm quite liking this. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So I'm ham-fisted sausage. Let's get that. Bit of that Tamiya extra thin on there. Pop our arm in here. Maybe. It's on levels. I've just got that all over my finger, which is the worst thing you can do with this stuff, because then it's a bloody miniature. Hold that like that. I might just put a bit more Tamiya in there. Beauty of it is with these little droppers, you just feed it into those cracks. I should hold them in there. Right, so I assume next. Do we want to do the head next? I mean, that seems a bit of a weird peg for the head, doesn't it? Surely his head doesn't stick out like that. No, definitely not. That's got to be a weird sort of push it in, maybe? Was I meant to have pushed his head in before we put the back body on? Have I messed it up already? Maybe we have. I might just snip the peg off. Let's have a look at him. Does that just feed in there, does it? I've cocked up, I think, guys. But what do? We adapt and we overcome. At least that's what the military does. So, our jump pack is going in there like that. Okay, that's going to slot right in there nicely. Oh, God, wow, for push fit. Did you hear that click? That's gone together solidly. Wow. I'm impressed with that. The head, oh, I think we're going to come back to the head, aren't we? Why is his head all curved and weird? I can't actually figure out how that was meant to actually go in the first place anyway. So I think we're gonna. I'm not sure on that one. Right, the arm. So that goes like that. That's really cool. That is really cool. That pops on there. That pops on there. Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I am going to glue his arm, just because I want him to. I want him to fit snugly. Snuggly buggly. Snuggly boogly. So we will get a bit of our Tamiya in there. And in a minute we'll figure out what we're going to do with his head. Glue his head on. Because frankly, I think because there's no instructions and I've just jumped the gun, haven't I? I've done what we shouldn't do. Always expunge you should always dry fit things, blah blah blah. Yeah. The head just goes on. No, the head doesn't, because the head's got this weird little nub on it, like sticky outy nub. So I might chop the end of that off and just stick his head on. Maybe I was meant to chop the end of that off. I don't know, maybe he's meant to slot in somewhere else. Alas, it is what it is. We'll make it work. And that's all going to slot in the base. Just looking at off camera. Do you know what? Adapt and overcome. We've snipped it now. It's too late. Can't go back. Warlord, please send me another one. Okay, he looks absolutely mega, you know. This is like serious. That is really cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna get a dab of this on. Get him in there. Neck in. I think his head just fits just like that. He's looking, yes, how cool is this fella? Look at this. Wow. I'm going to admit, I wasn't that excited for the Fireflies. But now I am. Now I am. I'm a convert based on this. Take more money, Warlord. And that does just click in like that nicely. But I am going to put glue on it because, yeah, it's me. So, it's really weird. I'm doing this like left-handed. I've never ever built something on camera before like this. So we're just going to slap a load of our beautiful Tamiya extra thin cement. I'm going to wedge him on his base here. That's where I find out I've done it wrong. And no, so, do you know what? Right. Look at that. Look how flipping cool that is. That's a push fit model. Yes, I've used glue on it because I do with the Warhammer stuff. But wow, look how cool that is. Look how cool that is. I'm naturally going to go along some of these seams, which is what you should do anyway. Try and just marry them up a bit so when we prime him, get rid of some of these. Oh my god, he's absolutely mega, isn't he? Isn't he cool? Drops of this in there because I'm a psychopath. Yeah. Look how cool he is. Look at this guy. Just look at this guy. Oh, Warlord, I'm sorry, you need to make these available to everyone. I now need to go and dig up my Firefly sprues and build the Fireflies. Oh my god. Yeah. Apologies this video was so long, guys. Me waffling and building it, but Jesus wept, isn't he cool? I've got something I can stand him on quickly. Just to show you a bit better before my time runs out. Time. Before the wife says no more hobby. There we go. Look at that. Is it going to focus? Look at that. Look how cool he is. Yeah. Oh god, now I'm super bloody excited for the Fireflies. Can I put this light on? Will this light help? That's a bit better, isn't it? See him a bit better now. Look at that guy. Look at him. Oh, he's amazing. Yeah, absolutely love this guy. Tremendous. Hats off to you, Warlord. First push fit model. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I've got some cleanup to do on him, but I don't mind. Bloody awesome. How flipping cool is that? Oh, God. Now I need to build loads of Fireflies. Well, guys, that was the first push fit model from Warlord Games. He's absolutely bloody brilliant. Sorry it keeps going out of focus. Wish my camera would decide what it was doing. And yeah, if you can get your hands on one, get one. Now I feel like I want to have a look at the Star Trooper one. So if anyone's got one out there, let me know and I'll buy it off you. Yeah. Oh no. Mega. Warlord, keep it up. That's just flipping great. Try not to swear. Yeah, love it. Right. That's it from me, guys. That's the Warlord Games Firefly event exclusive miniature. I'm definitely going to go and get him primed and get some paint on him. I need to decide a paint scheme for the Fireflies now. Oh, God. Right, well, I'll catch you in the next one, guys. If you've enjoyed this, please like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment below if you've got one. What do you think of the push fit models? Is this the future? Is this the future of starter sets for Warlord? Are they going to follow the GW route? Nice if they did, I think. Maybe be more accessible for people. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Ta-ra.